What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another The Rooster Reacts. Do you want to be in the Twitch chat over there? Link is down below. Do you want to support the channel? Like, subscribe, comment. If you don't do that, we just appreciate your viewership. If you do, make sure you hit the notification bell so you know when the videos drop, man. Today, I'm doing another Norwegian video because I really like the last two I've done. Norwegian Culture, 23 things that surprised me. I just want to say the second one's not up yet. This is going to be the second one, but this is the third Norway video that we've done. Sorry, Norway, I'm just clarifying so you don't look through the damn channel and think that there's another one up there. Alright, here we go.
A land of fjords and fascinating culture. From the love of nature to frozen pizza obsessions, Norwegian culture is full of surprises. Hello, I'm David from Life in Norway, and I'm a British travel writer who's lived in Norway for 14 years now. Now, over that time, I've experienced more than my fair share of culture shock. And in this video, I'm going to share 23 things that have surprised me about Norwegian culture, from quirky traditions to big celebrations.
Yeah, he said
if you're moving to Norway, it's so important to get
he said frozen pizza.
Grounding in these things as soon as possible. Even if you're just visiting, your trip will be enhanced by learning a little about what makes Norwegians tick. Just before we get started, please do check out lifeinnorway.net for more on Norwegian culture and all things Norway in English. And if you do enjoy these videos, please consider backing me and the channel on Patreon. Backers get early access to all videos and exclusive behind-the-scenes tips from yours truly. Now, let's crack on with my guide to all things Norwegian culture.
This is good so
The outdoors obsession. The Norwegian love of the outdoors is more than just a hobby, it is a national lifestyle. It's something that develops during childhood, with even the youngest children joining their parents on hikes and cabin trips, and taking school trips outdoors. Friluftsliv, or open-air living, simply means getting outside year-round, whether that's hiking, skiing, or getting out on the water. It's the reason city centres are often so much quieter than you might expect on the weekends. And yes, city dwellers needn't miss out on this key element of Norwegian culture. Far from it, in fact. Even the biggest cities are surrounded by easy-to-access nature. Oslo has the forests and the islands. Bergen has peaks and hiking trails galore.
Wow, look at that
and here
view.
in Trondheim, a tram gives easy access to the city forest. Then there's the cabin culture. Norwegians love nothing more than to escape to a cabin and disconnect.
Whoa.
Known as a hytte in Norwegian,
a
cabin can range from basic shack to luxury lodge, but they all serve the same purpose: to allow someone to be closer to nature. Families often pass down cabins for generations, but tourists can try it too. Many campsites rent out simple cabins in beautiful locations. Now, going well beyond a national sport, skiing is nothing short of a national obsession, and that's especially true for cross-country skiing. Once an essential means of transport, the activity is now a national favourite at weekends.
You know, I'm gonna sound stupid saying this. Does cross-country skiing mean that you ski, like, the whole country into another country? Or is it just you do it for a long distance and it's not like doing tricks? I've never actually known the meaning of that.
From when the first snow falls through to around Easter time. Such is the national obsession with cross-country skiing that Norway is pretty much the
I know it sounds stupid, but I for whatever reason I just thought of it. Like, I don't really know what that means.
Disputed world champion at the sport. Rarely there's an Olympic podium without featuring a Norwegian. Now, in Norway, the outdoors is very much for everyone, and such is the importance of this concept, it's actually inscribed in law. Allemannsretten, the right to roam, means you can hike, camp and forage freely, as long as you respect nature and keep your distance from private homes. If you're visiting Norway and planning on hiking or spending time outdoors, it's well worth taking a look at these rules first. And finally, the chocolate-covered wafer known as Kvikk Lunsj. Now, you may be surprised to see a chocolate bar featuring in this section, but that's because Kvikk Lunsj is intrinsically linked with hiking. You'll find it in every
Now it makes sense. Now it's cross country, like in the country, where the farms are and shit. The cross country, like you just going through. That makes a lot of sense. Thank you for looking that up.
backpack on the trail, and possibly a thermos of coffee too. The inside of the wrapper often profiles a hiking trail. It's clever marketing and, well, it works. It's very rare to find a Norwegian out on a hiking trail without a quick lunch in their bag. Coastal culture.
Okay, cool.
Norway's coastal culture is rooted in the nation's age-old maritime traditions, picturesque fjord landscapes,
Look at
and
that!
enduring communities. From the seafaring Vikings to contemporary fishing industries and leisure sailing, the sea is deeply imprinted on Norwegian cultural identity. Perhaps the most visible aspect of coastal culture in Norway is in its fishing villages, which historically had a reliance on the sea for trade and sustenance. From cod and herring to modern aquaculture,
I love
fishing
kayaking.
still shapes life in many coastal villages. Boats, harbours, and drying racks, especially in Lofoten, are part of the everyday scenery. Now, with a coastline as long as Norway's, it's perhaps no surprise that seafood plays an important role in Norwegian cuisine.
Hell yeah.
Cod, salmon, and shrimp are staples, whether
My kinda
freshly caught
country,
or
baby.
preserved in traditional ways like drying or curing. Norwegians are proud of their seafood heritage, but don't expect it to be fancy all the time. Simple shrimp sandwiches, grilled salmon, and fish cakes are common. Now it seems like the right time to move on to food and drink. Tradition
don't be rude to the
dominates when it
Norwegians,
comes
alright?
to the Norwegian diet, although some traditions are more recent than others. Many Norwegians are fiercely loyal to their packed lunch, matpakke. It really is a simple affair, just a few slices of bread with simple toppings such as a single slice of cheese or maybe some meat paste. It's all wrapped up in a special paper and eaten at school or work. Exciting? No. Efficient? Yes. Brunost, or Norwegian brown cheese, holds a special place in Norway's
Brunost.
culinary culture.
Looks like
This
soap.
tangy, caramel-like product is produced using the whey from the cheese-making process. The result? A characteristic brown colour and a firm, fudge-like texture. The tradition of brunost dates back centuries, when Norwegians discovered they could repurpose leftover whey into a long-lasting food source. Today, it's a staple in most Norwegian households.
I wonder what it tastes like.
Brunost is sliced thinly and enjoyed on bread, crisp bread, or waffles. Together with brown
Waffles?
cheese, Norwegians consume a lot of coffee. Typically, it's filter coffee, strong and black. Some believe
Okay.
that prohibition on alcohol in the 1920s caused the surge in interest in coffee, but whatever the reason, coffee is a vital part of everyday life in Norway today.
What are those crackers?
Norway's favourite frozen pizza, Grandiosa, is a national icon. It's cheap, easy, and beloved by many. Now, is it gourmet food? Absolutely not. But is it comfort food? For many Norwegians, yes, it is. For what it's worth, I
love
think
a
there are
frozen
far
pizza.
better options in the freezer cabinet in the supermarket. I'm sorry, Norwegians. Forget Taco Tuesday. Here, it's Taco Friday. But Norwegian tacos are a thing all to themselves. Think lightly spiced beef, sour cream, and store-bought shells. There's not a lot of flavour in the Norwegian taco. It's certainly not a Norwegian version of Mexican food, more a Norwegian take on Tex-Mex. Pepsi Max has a fan base in Norway pretty much like nowhere else. It's the
Pepsi Max?
go-to soft drink for many people. So much so that some stores have stopped stocking the regular variety of Pepsi. Everyday culture. Now let's take a closer look at some of the quirks, traditions, and behaviours that define modern Norwegian culture, from community cleanups to marathon TV broadcasts. Dugnad is a form of voluntary work party. Whether it's weeding
Yeah, that's
outside your
random.
apartment block or painting a school fence, everyone joins in. Dugnads are unpaid, but they're socially expected. Now, if you happen to be in Norway on the National Day, you'll see more than a few people dressed in the Norwegian bunad, which varies by region. Although many pictures of the bunad you see feature women, there are also men's varieties too. The smart, colourful outfits are typically made with wool, meant to be tight-fitting, and are adorned with metal buckles, buttons, and jewellery. Teens donning colourful overalls and partying all night with the blessing of their parents? Yes, welcome to the Norwegian rite of passage known
Yeah!
as the Rus.
We love the
Simply put,
Rus!
Norway's Rus are high school students who are about to graduate.
Shout out to the Rus. Shout out. We love the Rus.
Typically, the period starts in late April and culminates in a big party on the 16th of May, the night before Norway's National Day. Hangover dependent, Rus tend to participate in the National Day parades. The celebration features parties, late-night tours in buses or vans kitted out with sound systems, pranks played on old teachers and other students, and a whole lot more. It's pretty wild, but generally accepted. Known for its intricate patterns and warmth, Norwegian knitwear originated as a practical solution to the country's climate, but it's ended up evolving into an art form admired worldwide. Think of the iconic snowflake sweaters and selbu mittens, for example. These warm, patterned garments are functional fashion, and they make excellent souvenirs. Now imagine watching a...
Fred, that's not only a parade. It's like a damn rave for like a week. They buy these they buy these vans, and they deck them out, and they decorate them with their school colors and sayings and shit. And then the insides are like party vans, you know, like there's like DJ setup and stuff like that. And then they go to a like isolated location where all the other schools are at, and they all have a big party. It's like a big orgy and everything. It's a whole damn thing. There's like some kind of game they play too. I can't remember exactly. I'm sorry, Norwegians. I can't remember exactly the game that they play. There's like some kind of game, I believe.
Train journey in real time for 7 hours. If you think that's okay, how about the Norwegian coastal voyage for 134 hours non-stop? Welcome.
We were talking about wanting to go. There was a whole thing about that's why the game shows started coming up, because we were trying to win money for to go on an Alaskan cruise and then do a roost and rent a bus. Hold on, I'll show you what it is after this.
To slow TV, a Norwegian invention that celebrates the calm and the ordinary. Pioneered by national broadcaster NRK, slow TV broadcasts ordinary events in real time, replacing fast-paced sensationalism with hours or even days of unhurried, immersive experiences. Myths and legends.
Ooh, this is my section.
Wherever you grow up, myths and legends shape so much of your identity and how you perceive your surroundings. Since moving to Norway, I've been really interested in learning how Norwegian myths and legends have influenced life here. Norse gods like Thor and Odin are no longer worshipped, but they remain part of the cultural landscape. Kids learn the myths in school, and names from the sagas live on in pets, places, and sometimes people. Now, trolls are definitely part of every child's imagination here.
Oh, that movie
These
is
creatures
dope.
are said to live in the rural parts of Norway.
There's a great Norwegian movie called Troll Hunter, and it's filmed in first person. They do like a great gimmick in that movie with the cameras, and it's about a guy that the BBC finds, and he hunts real trolls that are like the size of mountains and shit, and they turn up that night.
And turn to stone if caught in the sunlight. Now, trolls permeate Norwegian culture far beyond the folk tales. They've left their mark on everything from literature to the visual arts and even tourism. Popular troll-themed tourist destinations include the dramatic mountain road, Trollstigen, and the spectacular rock formation, Trolltunga.
Oh, I would never do that.
There's also a fun story about how the famous Seven Sisters mountain range got its name. Sami culture.
Sami?
Now, it would be impossible to discuss Norwegian culture without mentioning the Sami people. Although the distinctive culture of living off the land and living semi-nomadic lives is less common these days, Sami identity still remains strong. There's a Sami parliament, and work is underway to preserve the Sami language and to promote aspects of the culture, such as music and handicrafts.
This is cool.
Now, Sami culture got a boost, especially in Norway, in 2024, when the city of Bodø was named European Capital of Culture. The organisers put Sami culture at the front and centre of the programme. The Norwegian mindset.
So the Sami, from what I've understood, they were the original indigenous culture, but now the culture's so mixed up, everyone's kind of a mutt within that. So there's not really like pure indigenous people anymore. So there's people that try to preserve the traditions by doing what as they did. So they basically live off the land. You know, they're basically like the Amish of Norway, sort of. Norwegians, tell me if I'm getting that wrong in the comments. I'm pretty sure that's what I understand about it.
Janteloven means the law of Jante. Now, it's not a law, it's a mindset, or more realistically, a social code. It says, don't think you're better than anyone else. It's about humility, modesty, and putting the group before the individual. Now, the term comes from a Danish Norwegian author who coined the phrase to describe the behaviour he saw in Scandinavian villages. Now, while it's not unique to Norway, it does quietly influence everything from how people interact to how success is talked about or not talked about. But there's one day of the year when all this is flipped on its head. It's the 17th of May, Norway's Constitution Day, a day when Norwegians dress
17th
in
of
their
May?
finest clothes, wave flags, eat ice cream for breakfast, and celebrate who they are loudly and proudly. It looks as if Janteloven is just tossed aside for the day. But look a little closer, and you'll see something else. Everyone's wearing similar outfits, marching together, singing the same songs. It's not about standing out. It's about belonging. Not about individual pride, but shared pride. So maybe the 17th of May doesn't break Janteloven at all. Maybe it's actually the clearest expression of it. Watch this video next to see exactly how Norwegians celebrate their Constitution Day and what you can expect if you find yourself in Norway on the 17th of May. And as always, thank you for watching.
That was a W video. Holy shit. Great suggestion, Red. That's gonna be... I think YouTube's gonna like this one. We hope you enjoyed the video. We want to be in the Twitch chat. Link down below. If you want to support the channel, like, subscribe, comment. If you don't do that, we appreciate you watching. If you do, make sure you hit the notification bell so you know when the videos drop, man. More Norway videos to come. We got a few more that we're banking up soon. Hell yeah. I love Norway. Korea's up there for me in the places to visit. Japan's up there. I think Norway just took second place, man. Alright, we'll catch y'all in the next one. Have a nice rest of your day. Peace out.